welcome back. I am Geraldinedelvento and I'm so pumped you're here. Cheers to that. I'm sipping on my coffee this morning and I'm so excited that you are tuning in today for my part 2 of my furniture shopping extravaganza. Yep, that's what I'm calling it right now. Last week I did part 1 where we visited West Elm and Restoration Hardware, the outlet, and I got to point out some of my favorite pieces, some timeless pieces, and some popular trendy items that they have. And I actually got some great DMs, people telling me, hey, I watched your video, visited the store, it was so cool, we're furnishing a house. Actually, I had a friend tell me that she bought the Harmony couch after she saw my video. So hey, the goal here is to help you. So I'm so excited for that. Let me know in the comments if any of this is helpful. I'd love to hear from you. And today it's part 2 and we're going to IKEA. Yep. Love and hate relationship with IKEA. The Scandinavian store, their Scandinavian design is beautiful. And it's very modern, very fresh, very clean. It is budget friendly. You can furnish your whole home with a very small budget. And it's fantastic. However, it's a love and hate because sometimes you stand in those long lines, you shop the whole entire store, and you get home, open the boxes and stuff is broken, you have to go back to the store. It comes in 1,000 pieces, you have to build it, it takes hours. Or you walk into most of your friends' apartments and they have the same item you have. So there is a love and hate because of all these things, but hey, nevertheless, it's a great store. There's some great items there. We're gonna point them out today. I'm gonna show you some of my favorites. I'm gonna show you some stuff that is timeless, classic, that you probably need to have in your home. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. If you haven't watched part 1, you definitely can go back and check it out. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to my channel. I try to bring you new videos every single week. And let me know in the comments what you want to see from me. Let me know in the comments what you loved from IKEA. And I cannot wait to get on. I'm gonna first finish my coffee. Then we're gonna wait for the babysitter to arrive. And then from there, we're gonna get on to IKEA. So come on, let's do this.
I don't get out to IKEA much, but whenever I do, I try to make a trip out of it and just hit up a few other stores that are nearby. I'm actually at the IKEA in Geraldinedelvento, which is about 13 to 15 minutes away from me. They're requiring you wear a mask, social distance, which is great, but it was pretty packed for a Wednesday morning. I was so surprised. But here are our set of items, the first set of items, which is rugs. I am a big fan of IKEA rugs, and I'm going to tell you why. 2 reasons. Number 1, they're super affordable and cheap, so cheap. In my book, because rugs is something that you kind of just go through and you probably buy a new one, and then they have tons of prints and styles. I love their jute rugs. They have so many different sizes, and I'm a big fan of their jute rugs. Their cowhide, maybe not so much. I've had 2 of them and they end up curling on the sides, even though I put tape under in the corners, and I put a rug pad, and it was still not the best quality. So I don't recommend the cowhide, but I do recommend this section right here, the black and white and gray section area, the striped one. You've probably seen this black and white one at everybody's house. A lot of people have it. It's a great rug. Then we're moving on to lighting. I was so surprised with the amount of lighting options they have. So many cool table lamps and floor lamps and lighting pendants. Right here, this one, probably my favorite. I'm going to show you 2 that were my really big favorite as to globe lighting. They're both globe lighting. This table lamp is so cool. It's probably one of their new models because I've never even seen it before. This is a very nice brassy one, which is more of a mid-century look. This reminds me of that 70s show. I don't know why. But yeah, another big item that I really liked from them would be their basket lighting. They have it's really affordable, number 1. And number 2 is really good for indoors and outdoors. I love that they have a table lamp option, and they also have a pendant option. Right? They're so pretty. Here we have these floor lamps, which I like. You see these 3? They come in 3 different colors, which is perfect. Maybe you're more into the brassy, maybe you're more into the rose gold. I love the design of it. I thought that's the name. I'm not even gonna try to say it because I'm probably gonna butcher the name, but that's a really beautiful lamp. Then we have a very simple and classic floor lamp if you're needing a classic floor lamp. Then the sconce. I was so surprised at the amount of sconce. Look how cool that one is. Lots of brass and gold. I was surprised, IKEA. You're doing so good. This one is beautiful. Love that sconce, that black one right there. And then these black and white ones are so cool and modern. They have a more of an industrial take on it, but yeah, a lot of great choices, to be honest. And I love the prices, guys. This was $19.99, very affordable. Great for maybe the side of your bed. Really good for reading. A little sconce is awesome. This was one of my favorites, these globe lighting sconce. So pretty. It comes in gold and in silver as well. Cool pendant. I thought it was different and cool. Never seen anything like that at IKEA before, and I thought it was affordable. This is more of a classic one and very simple, but still a good choice if you are needing a gold pendant. Here we have more of an industrial look, which I thought it was really great, and I love the black finish that it has on it with a little bit of gold. I thought this was a good choice. This one we've probably seen in every restaurant or every coffee shop in the world, but we're moving on now to mirrors. These circle mirrors are fantastic. Let me tell you why. It comes in 4 different colors. Really hard to find. So sometimes you don't have, you need a specific color. So these circle mirrors are awesome for $99. Here you see my shopping cart, and I didn't need any of those things, but I took them. This is great for makeup storage, guys. Fantastic for an office too if you need to store things. This bookshelf is called Billy, and what I liked about Billy is that you could actually adjust the ledges to be whatever height you need them to be. Then this floor mirror reminds me of my West Elm floor mirror. It's an infinity mirror, and it only comes in silver, but you can totally paint the actual framing of it, and it would be perfect. And it was super affordable. I don't remember the price, but it was affordable for sure, more than the West Elm one. Then we're moving on to sofas. I am not a fan of this sofa because I don't love the colors that it comes in, but I have a little tip for you. This sofa is great because there's a company, in which I'll put it in my description. There's a company that actually makes custom covers for this specific sofa, which is fantastic and genius. Because guys, come on, not everybody likes these 2 colors. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put it in the description. If you have this sofa, you could actually get custom covers, any color, any even velvety, different type of fabrics. Is fantastic. I highly recommend it. This is a great desk for if you need a desk, or perhaps as a vanity set. I know a few women that have it as a vanity set, and it's great for makeup storage. Then we're moving on to coffee tables. I liked all of the coffee tables that they had, especially these 2 right here, this nesting ones. They had a lot of great choices for coffee tables. These 2 right here with the little gold accent at the bottom is really cool. And then this one, I've sourced it before in black, and it's great. It's so big, and it's a low profile coffee table. It's more of a modern look, but it is very cool. Moving on to chairs, these wicker rattan chairs are so cool for indoors and outdoors. Don't just think it's for outdoors. You can totally put this inside of your house as well. I highly recommend them. They had so many choices, guys. I actually have the ones in the corner, but these are so cool. You can buy the cushions for it, and then the ones with the armrest are very cool. The other one that it's a rocking chair. Love them, highly recommend them. Moving on to console tables, media consoles. These 2 are really good and very staple, and they're white. They have more of a low profile style, and they're really good for kids too, because they're not too high, they're safe. And look how big the storage is in these two drawers that they have. This is another style of it, but highly recommend these 2. They are affordable and great. This is another one that I thought was really cool. It's one of their newer models. It's good for storage or as a media console. They have 2 stacked up right there. But if you notice, I really like the print on it. If you notice, the handles are leather, and it gets dark after a while and dirty after you're opening and closing. So probably if you do buy this one, change the handles it's probably gonna save, it's gonna look better with time. Then their probably most popular item, I don't know if this is the most popular item, but I assume so, is these cubby storage. They're so awesome. It comes in like different finishes. This is like more the glossy look, but I know it comes in the matte. I have it in the matte. I actually have these in my room, and that's where my husband stores his shoes. They're really great. You can buy the baskets, and there's different types of baskets for it. You see the wickered ones or like the more print ones, and they're really good for storage purposes. Then moving on to dining tables. I was surprised with the amount of dining table choices that they have. I like this one. I like the color of the wood, and I like the legs. I was just very surprised. I was like, I hadn't seen this before. It's been a minute since I've been to IKEA. And then they have the same color wood in a round option, and the legs reminded me of Restoration Hardware. Look at the legs. You saw my video last week. Doesn't it remind you of that? Yeah. So great job, IKEA. You're doing great. Then this dresser is a very popular dresser. They have a lot of people have this dresser, so affordable, $179. But I know people that have actually painted this, revamped it, changed the knobs, and just upgraded it. And I've actually also know people that cut out the center of it and actually put this rattan wickered fabric, and it looks so cool. So I highly recommend it if you have this look in your home. More of that light wood rattan wickered look. Cribs, this is the last item I'm gonna touch on. I thought they were so simple and just very affordable and staple. If you're needing a crib, I would highly recommend this one. It is very, very simple. Well, that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe.